Welcome everyone to a fucking wonderful episode. This has been an episode. Hi YouTube, how you doing? I can't cuss in the first minute of the YouTube video, so I got to keep it clean for a little bit. I don't want to get demonetized right away.
Episode.
I did. I know.
12 seconds in.
Yeah, I know. So I gotta calm that down. I can't say any cuss words right now. But after a minute, I'm good, man. Well, welcome to another wonderful episode that we got. This has been an episode a long time coming. This just reminds me of the Guitar Hero episode that we had, where Guitar Hero would creep in every episode, and now we had songs that are creeping in that are album openers, and we just keep noticing it over and over and over. And I was like, finally, I was fed up with it. I was like, Hudson, we have to get this out of our system. And this week has been such an amazing week, honestly, for me. Going through different genres, I've seen some of the songs that you have. And I've seen, you've seen some of the songs I have, and I've listened to all of yours, and it's been a wonderful week, man. And when I say interesting this time, I mean this was genuinely interesting to listen to. I was very enlightened. I'm not going to keep you in limbo about that. I'm not going to do that to you right now. I absolutely love this week. How was your week of trying to find album, like all these openers? Like, how was your process?
Well, yeah, like I think I said to you, that I really didn't know where to start with this one, because it's one of those things. It's like when someone says, "What's your favorite song?" and then your mind just goes completely blank and you can't answer. This was almost one of those similar types of weeks, because I was like, where do I even start with album openers? Do I just go with albums that I can think of on the spot and just see what track one is for each of those? And that is basically how I attacked it. And then as you kind of get into a little bit of a flow, I think you said the same thing. You just think of other albums, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, let's just see, this band supported this band, so let's see what they've got as album openers. And it kind of just, it was a fun week, I think, really, because it just kind of...
Same.
I almost didn't have any structure to it. I just felt like I was aimlessly wandering around Spotify's huge warehouse, flicking through records and stuff. So it was really enjoyable, yeah.
I enjoyed it, man. It was so much fun, because it's funny because the song that started this off was actually a song recommendation from Megan because I was like, hey, I'm having a hard time starting this playlist. I'm having a hard time, just where do I start? I can't just do basic stuff that I want to do. So I think I'm going to start this week since you started the interview.
Yeah,
I went with "Blister in the Sun" by Violent Femmes. This is such a great song, man. This was the only song that I had liked by them from a long time ago, and but this is another one of Megan's favorite bands. She has this band tattooed on her arm, and she has the symbol of them. She absolutely loves this band. So we already have our top three bands already. You got MCR, you got Panic at the Disco, and then you got Violent Femmes.
Yeah.
This song is just, I absolutely love these guys, because the way that it is that it's just how it starts out.
So jolly.
It's dun 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 dun. I just love it. It's just so good.
Yeah. So happy.
I love the lyrics to it. I have no idea what the song means. Megan's going to give me shit for that. But this was one of the best songs to wake up to and get your day started. Yeah. And I love the word. I'm high as a kite. I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on like I blister in the sun. I don't know. Was he high when he wrote this song or something? But when he gets towards the end of the song, how he gets into a whisper, and he starts getting lower and lower, and then he goes, "Let me go on." I love it. It's such a great fun song, man. And this is an album opener. And I have no idea anything about these guys. I would love to do an episode about these guys one day, because I'm sure that it was between this one and Country Death Song by them. Okay. It was because I didn't want to use too many of the same artists. This is just the one that I really liked. because it's just such an upbeat one. But Country Death Song is a song about a guy that goes crazy and kills his kids. It's just
okay, right.
it's fucking wild. It's very wild.
Okay.
And that's funny because Megan even says that that's like her favorite song, and she sent me a voice message. She's like, "Yeah, that's my favorite song, and that's why I got the tattoo on my arm." As I say that, as I drop off my son at his school, you know.
Oh my God.
So, but what did you think about the song, man? What did you get out of it?
Well, yeah. So when you sent it, I was like, I had no idea what it was. And then like you said, like that opening part, I was like, oh, this song, right? So I reckon I've probably known this since it came out, but never ever known that this was the name of the song or who it was even by. And I think it's been used on quite a lot of adverts over here as well, because I'm sure I definitely remember it.
Yeah.
I don't know what for, but I just know that it's like being on TV in between programs and stuff. But yeah, it's just like a really fun, jolly, like that guitar is really good. And yeah, I mean, I've read through the lyrics and I really don't really understand what's going on either. But I know he sings about his girlfriend and stuff, so maybe it's just like an ode to his girlfriend or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's a fun, interesting pick, I think. And I actually, well, Megan will probably kill me now for saying this, so I'll say it fast so she doesn't give me.
Do it. Say as fast as you can. Do it.
The way I discovered the violent Femmes was in Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh, I mean, like, she probably won't, like, you know, discredit you for finding that that's how you found him. I mean, she watches a lot of spooky stuff, so, like, and I know you're a horror movie fan as well. And it's so funny that, like, why are all my friends these horror movie fans? And I don't like them, but I like watching reviews about them. I don't actually watch the movie. I just watch the reviews and like and the analytics about them and the deep dive into the movies. But I'll never sit down and actually watch a horror movie.
That's disappointing.
I have seen horror movies. I will if someone's like with me, I will watch a horror movie. I'm not a big fan of horror movies, but I will sit down and like say you or her wanted to watch a scary movie with me. I'm not gonna like it, but since I like you guys, I will suffer in silence.
Okay. Oh my God. The toxicity.
The toxicity is real.
That's fair.
I love it, man. But that's all I got. I mean, this is just such a fun song. I love it. It was a great way to get the list started. So let's go ahead and get on to your number 5, man. I really want to talk about this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
go ahead.
Number 5 is "Walk with Me in Hell" by Lamb of God. An absolute brutal opening.
Brutal song, man. I love this song.
As I just think about it now, was this their debut album? Or was that the one before? I'm just trying to remember.
I think it might be the one before.
Was it?
I don't think it was their first track ever that they released.
Oh, okay. Ashes of the Wake is the album. Yeah. But I'm sorry, no, it's not. That's the other. What a noob. That's the other song that I was. Let me start again. So yeah, Sacrament is the album. That's the one that I was talking about.
Yeah, I got you.
Walk with Me in Hell. And yeah, just this absolute brutality of the way that this opens is just awesome.
That guitar is insane.
Yeah, no, it is. It gives so much like atmosphere as well, doesn't it? Because I reckon without that, the song would just sound completely flat. But the way that it's played, it just gives so much. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It
even
gives that
like
stadium sound.
The way that I kind of view it is more of like if there wasn't that kind of like guitar riff solo kind of thing in the beginning, like if it was just chugs, it would have had a completely different sound, and it would not. I don't think that it would have been a Lamb of God song without this kind of like solo riff opening. Yeah. And then the drums kick in, and I'm like, oh, this song's going to be fucking great.
That is where it comes in.
Yeah, like, this song is awesome. Super brutal, bro. Like, if you read the lyrics are absolutely insane. Talk me through some of these lyrics that you liked, man, in this song. Go ahead. I know you want to.
I thought I'd just sort of begin lightly.
Yeah, I got like this fun, like little happy song, and you got this brutal ass song going through hell.
The absolute stark contrast between our 5 picks is absolutely hilarious. I mean, yeah, let's firstly just address the way that Randy Blythe is probably one of the best, like, screamers.
Oh, all day, man, all day. He's so good.
In some sort of top list.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely amazing, isn't he? But yeah, obviously, yeah. So the part where he screams "Walk with me in hell," and then all the music kicks in afterwards.
Oh, it's so good.
That literally gives me goosebumps every time I hear it, and that's why it's in at number 5. Just because,
like, for me, it's just like it's pray for resolve, pray for a savior, pray for deliverance, some kind of purpose, a glimpse of light in this void of existence. Now witness the end of an age. Hope dies in the hand of believers who seek the truth in a liar's eye. Take hold of my hand, for you are no longer alone. Walk with me in hell. Bro, it's so good. Like,
and do you know what? I think I would love to take a walk with Randy in hell.
Bro, if he was the guide, I'm like, hey, I'm right here. I'll be first in line. Let's go.
A guided tour to hell.
Yeah, let's go, man. Take me through the 9 hells right now, man. We're going to go through Dante's Inferno, but we're going to go with fucking Lamb of God right now.
I am there.
I love this. This song was like, as soon as I saw that you put this song on there, it's like, oh God, he's got a Lamb of God on here. Let's fucking go. Like, let's fucking do this.
Well, I think as well, the thing is, like, just checking the date of the album, this came out in 2006, man. This is literally 19 years old, this album.
Yeah, and that's going to show my age, too, because that's the year that I joined the Navy.
Is it? Oh, my God. But, yeah, like, this whole album, yeah, I know we're picking album openers, but nearly every song on this is just slaps. All of them.
All of it.
Redneck is one of my other favourite Lamb of God songs.
Redneck is so good.
It's such a good song and a good video.
It is. I haven't seen the video in a long time, but I would love to see the video.
It's like a kid's party. And
Yeah. I gotta watch that video again because you remind me of the video when you said Redneck. It's like, oh yeah, that's fucking video is wild, man. I love it.
It's great.
This was a great choice, man. This was one of I absolutely love listening to it because for what I did with the playlist, because I'm going to start making things collaborative with you. So when we start doing these, I can just hit shuffle on the playlist and be good with it. And when this song came on, I know that I didn't put this song on here. And I was like, oh, this is a Huxley song right now. And I was like, yeah, I was in the gym too. I was like, let's go. Just pumping iron, man.
Yeah.
It was great. Love it, man. Yeah. Love this song, absolutely.
It's awesome. It is. It's a really good. Like I said, check the album out if you've not listened to the album.
Yeah. For real, man.
Yeah. This is such a good opener. 64 million plays as well on Spotify. GG.
Well, with that said, we're going to go to my next one. We're going to go to another absolute fucking banger, bro.
Ooh,
Voices by Disturbed. This album in itself deserves a top 5 in all albums. This was one of the best fucking albums that I have ever listened to in my life. And to open up with Voices and having like that kind of, I don't know what kind of weird sound opening that they got going on, but then like the drums kick in slowly, and then and he does his whole thing or his whole like whatever he does is bro, this like you're gonna die when you listen to me die. I fucking just like, how can you not fucking love this album so much with a song that kicks off the whole album like this? This is such an iconic song, iconic band. What more could I say to... Oh, I got another little... you know how you have like your little sandpit turtle moments?
Oh, yeah.
So I have a sandpit turtle. One. Yeah, I got one of these for Voices. So there's a lyric in here when he says, insane, you're gonna die when you listen to me. When he says, when he goes to insane, you're gonna die when you listen to me. So whenever so back when this album came out, right? I didn't have lyrics for it. I didn't have any of that. I didn't really have internet to look up all the time, all the lyrics like I can now on Spotify.
I'm looking forward to this.
I thought he said, "In sync, you're gonna die when you listen to me."
Fuck off! Get out! No, you did not.
I'm dead ass serious, bro. And I thought he was telling NSYNC to go die. And I was like, so for the longest time, I was like saying, NSYNC, you're going to die when you listen to me.
Oh,
Die. Now you can't get it out of your head now, can you? You can't get it out of your head now.
I've got like second-hand embarrassment for you.
Why?
Just like, what if, if you were out in the car or something, pulling up to a red light and you're singing this along and someone pulls up alongside you with their windows down and they hear you singing and sing.
You're gonna die when you listen to me. Yeah, that's right.
Oh my God, that is hilarious. I love that.
It's like, and I was looking up like, and then there was like, I didn't know that he said, let the living die, say. And that was like another one. I didn't really know what he said during that part, so I just did whatever, I just mumbled whatever. I just mumbled that. Yeah, basically. And but now that I knew
that, though, don't he? To be honest, he does have that style of.
The way that he says it, right?
Yeah.
So you just have to get the inflections right, basically. So I kind of feel bad now that I've gone to one of their concerts before I knew lyrics and stuff, and they did this song in concert, and I felt really bad. I feel bad now. I feel embarrassed now that I didn't know the lyrics. So have fun in the comments with that one, man. Have fun in the comments with that. And now you get a Sam Pitt turtle moment from me. You're welcome.
Yeah. I like that, yeah. That's good.
So tell me, do you love this song or do you not love this song? Like, come on, man. Who doesn't love this song?
I don't know. Love's a strong word. I'll be deadly honest with you in that, I mean, obviously, this album was yet again steeped in nostalgia. And I remember it being out. I didn't have a copy of it.
I did.
And yeah.
I definitely
just feel like Disturbed for me were never that high up on my lists.
Yeah.
But I'd say the singles that I'd heard, I enjoyed, but it never made me want to deep dive into them. And I kind of feel
you're
bad.
Missing out on.
I kind of feel bad saying that.
I feel like we got to do a Disturbed episode now, just so you can fucking like. We probably have to because you're going to be like, I miss out so much.
I'm king of the missing out, and you know that. That is
literally
my title.
No, you're the king of singles when it comes to these kind of bands.
Yeah,
you're the king of knowing the singles and whatnot. It's not that you don't like them or you don't like the song. It's just like there's no real nostalgia behind it because you don't understand where it's coming from. But now it's like, now I could. Man, I know. All right, spoiler. So we are doing 3 Days Grace next week, but after that, we have to do Disturbed, man. Like, I think that the next 2 weeks
are just all Disturbed,
all of it, because you're missing out on so much, man. Oh, that kind of makes me sad, man. That makes me sad.
Why it is that I'm just such a singles whore? What is it about? Like, obviously, don't get me wrong, some albums I do love from back in the day, but I really just can't put my finger on why some just didn't click. But I don't know.
Was it like the pacing of the band? Was it like, was it not heavy enough for you?
Yeah.
Was it not relatable enough for you?
I honestly, God, I really have no idea why I didn't get into them like properly. But it probably, if I had to pick a real reason, then maybe the pace of the songs mixed with his scabby dabby singing never really sort of pulled me in, because that's like,
I'm using that as a sound now.
Basically. You can do that. I'll license you that.
I'll allow it. I love it, man.
Yeah, I think that might be what it is, but I don't know. I guess I'll tell you after the episode that we do in 2 weeks' time and see.
All right, okay, that's fair enough.
See if I regret my decision.
I think you're going to, because like every band that I give you right now, you're like, man, why have I not gotten more into their music? And this is
saying that next week too.
You will be seeing that for 3 Days Grace as well, so that's going to be another one too. But that's all I got for this one, man. We can go ahead and move on to your next one. What you got for me?
So
Hit it with me.
you've already pointed out.
You switched
to
it
me,
out.
No, not this
Oh,
one. The
yeah,
next
no,
one.
no, no. Okay, gotcha. Yeah,
You
I got
already pointed out to me that I was picking old man picks.
You don't say.
I went full dad mode for the first half of picking these songs out, but yeah, I did go for AC/DC's classic "Highway to Hell" on this.
What a basic
song,
bitch!
No, I don't accept that.
You don't accept that? You don't accept it?
No.
This is dad rock at its finest right here.
Fuck off. Find me any fan of rock or metal in general that does not love this song. Come on.
I'm kind of not a fan.
No. Right.
I'm kind of not
Hold
a fan.
On. No, you're just saying that now.
No, it's more. Don't get me wrong. I love AC/DC, but there are so many other better AC/DC songs than this song. This song is just iconic. Openers, yes. But I'm saying songs in general, this one was a little bit too overplayed for me. And there's a lot of repetition in there that it's just like, I can't get into it. Is there like the repetition and stuff? Like, don't get me wrong, I love AC/DC. I love the voice. I love the sound of AC/DC. But when it comes to Highway to Hell, it's just like, come on, man. The opening riff is good. The opening riff is very good.
Well, that's what I mean.
It's
that is the reason that I picked this, because the opening riff to the album in the first track, that's it. Like, as soon as you heard that, you're hooked. Absolutely, without
and that's true. But like, there's just, I don't know. I can't get into this song as much as I really want to, unless it's like in a movie or something that I've seen.
I was gonna say,
it's in plenty of movies and stuff.
Don't need rhyme. That
exactly.
Reminds me of School of Rock.
Yeah, School of Rock, and that's like where, and that's one of the places where I think it belonged, and it did great. And I think that was a well-placed song that they did. But for me, I don't go out of my way to go listen to this song. So I kind of figured that you were going to do like older rock, like from the 70s and stuff. I knew it was coming. I knew Ozzy was coming. I knew AC/DC was coming. Like I saw like all the Motley Crue that you had in there. I saw Motorhead in there. Like you put in so much stuff in here. I can appreciate AC/DC for what they've done and what they've done for music, but this specific song is just like, too overplayed for me. I can't get into it. I hear it all the fucking time, and it's just like,
there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, Keith.
Why? Because it's so great.
Yeah, it's a fucking classic. Yes, it is that.
Oh,
I mean.
You can keep it
okay, it's my song.
It's your song.
I mean, just one quick touch on the lyrics where he says, "No stop signs, speed limit. Nobody's gonna slow me down.
Yeah, I'm seeing
like
it
a
now.
wheel, gonna spin it. Nobody's gonna mess me around. Hey Satan, pay my dues. Playing in a rocking band." I mean, classic. Classic.
I mean, it's a classic for you.
And an awesome guitar solo.
It does have a good guitar solo, I will give you that.
And many others. Don't give me that, and
they have better songs than this. They have way better songs than this.
As album openers.
And not as album opener. I'm just saying songs in general from AC/DC.
That's this week's.
I know. I'm saying like, I'm sorry, Huxley, I can't. It's just like, it's just this specific song.
I know that they've got better songs, but not better. I don't think they've got a better album opening song than this.
You know what? I will agree with that. I will give you that. They don't have better openers than this one.
If I could have chose other better songs, then I would. But I couldn't find any. This for me is numero.
I feel like I need an AC/DC episode to where I can show off my skills of knowing AC/DC and actually getting into their better songs.
Okay.
I feel like there's an episode for later down the road. That might take a while, because you could talk forever about that. They got plenty of albums to do. But that's all I got, man. I'm sorry that I don't like the song as much as you do.
That's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
It's fine. Are you going to cry inside a little bit?
Only off camera.
Only off camera? Okay. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to go to my next song. We're going to do a little bit of a change of pace here. I went with Concrete by This Wildlife. This is, so this song is just, the first of all, the album's called Clouded. And these guys have a show that's coming up here next month as well in Orlando. I don't know if I can make it. But I have been hooked on these guys. Once again, shout out to Megan. Showed me these guys. She showed me like 3 songs by these guys. And then I have been binging these guys since then. These guys are just so good. But when it comes to album openers, I absolutely just love this one. The way it talks about my feet feel heavy like concrete. I'm holding all of these feelings. I'm holding all of these, troubles and stresses inside my body, and my feet feel like concrete. I feel like I can't go anywhere. I'm drowning here. And he's talking about like this person that he really loved. And he says, right here, because he says, you always come back for me. You're breaking your word. I don't care what you've heard because you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. And it's just like I just absolutely love the way he says that, like the way that the stanza plays out. And I just love the acoustic guitar. I know you and I are fans of the acoustic guitar. And
that's good.
But then he goes in the second verse. Like I said, I've been really getting heavy into these guys so much.
Yeah.
And the next verse he says, and I just need a day to shed this dead weight and to get my head straight. I just want to let go. I just want to be left alone. And then the part that I wanted to really get to is just after that when he says, I treated you with honesty, honestly. You promised me. The way he says that, too, is really cool.
Yeah.
And it's just, this song is about trying to find your place, one, to be okay with being alone, and to figuring out what you need to do with your life. And these guys are just, and it's funny, and you're going to find this real funny, these guys are also both drummers, by the way. Really? But they play guitar. Yeah, they're both drummers, and they play guitar. And they were having trouble finding a singer and whatnot. So one of the guys just decided just to be the main singer. And they started playing. And these guys are absolutely amazing. I could talk about these guys for years, man. Tell me your thoughts, brother.
I love this song.
Do you really?
Yeah, I really loved it.
Man, that makes me so happy.
It kind of just took me by surprise completely. I didn't expect anything this kind of chill to be in your top 5. I don't know why. I just didn't expect something this sort of laid back to be in there. And it's funny, just then when you were reading the lyrics, because I had one line that I wanted to say, and you started reading like the entire part above it, then you stopped and missed off the part that I'm about to say, and then you read all of the bit after it as well. So you've
what is it? Yeah, which one was
it? The line that you haven't said is the line that I was going to say when he says, "I thought we'd live off love, but it was not enough."
It's not enough.
What a line that is! I thought we'd live off love, but it's not enough. Like what is enough then if love's not
exactly?
Enough?
And that's funny because an ex-girlfriend I had said something that was kind of similar to me. She said, love doesn't pay bills and stuff like that. And that struck with me. That stuck with me for a long time. And that's so toxic to live with, because I did that to Mana Bear. And I feel really bad that I told her that one day, because I was struggling to, help pay for things for her too. And I was like, well, love doesn't pay bills, darling, and stuff like that. And like, still to this day, I feel so heartless for saying that kind of thing, because who says that to a person you say you love, And why this song just resonates with me is because I've done this to people. I've done this to people that I've really loved. Like, you fucked up. Yeah, you fucked up. Like, I treated you with honesty, honestly. You promised me. Just This song's about like broken promises and fucking up and dealing with the consequences. And just it's funny how so much emotion can come out of an opening track. Like this, like you start with you're starting with heavy shit already. And this album is my favorite album by them. This is a really good album. I think you should check it out if you really want to check these guys out. Check this album. This album is absolutely amazing. And thank you, Megan, for showing me these guys because I am
thank you.
Obsessed.
So I'm just trying to work out, actually, these, you know, like we were talking in the Spotify episode where you'll play a track and then something will come on that it knows you've listened to again, and then like the next song is also. So you think it's on shuffle, but it's actually not. It's just playing songs it knows you listened to before. And a song by these does keep coming in, and I for a while couldn't remember why these were just showing up all of the time. It wasn't that song. I'm just trying to remember which it is. But there's, I literally don't know without going.
I swore your love would burn. It might be that one. Was it like a song I showed you? It was a song I showed you. I think I know what it was, but I can't remember the freaking name of it. But I think it's off this album, though. I think it is off this album. Yeah. Because if you have any of their songs liked, it's probably one of those songs.
No, this is the thing. I don't have any. I'm following them,
really?
I don't have any songs liked, and I could kick myself now for not liking. Because every time it comes on, like I was saying, if it's on shuffle or whatever, I really like it.
Oh man, like because I could probably go through this album.
No More Bad Days?
That's the one. That's it.
Is it that one?
Yep. Okay, No More Bad Days is absolutely amazing.
Right, well, I'm going to like that one, and I'm going to like Concrete.
Yeah, I literally only have, I think there's only 2 songs I don't have liked on this album. All the rest of them are liked. Like, that's absolutely amazing. If I go to these guys right now, they have 165,000 monthly listeners. They deserve millions, bro. These guys are fucking amazing. And I have 36 songs liked by them. That just shows you like how much I've really listened to them and how much I really love these guys. Go give them a follow. If you have anything, you take anything from this episode today, go listen to This Wildlife. It will change your life, man.
Yeah, they're cool.
Oh man. And this is probably going to be another episode we're going to have to do like later on. This is definitely one that I personally want to do. I don't know if you want to do it. But personally, I would love. I like. There goes that word again. Interesting. Oh, but he's on my side. I feel attacked now. I feel how you feel when I say it to you. It could be interesting. That's all I got for this one, man. We can go ahead and go to the next one. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So this is one that I swapped in today just because I remember how awesome it is, and it is just so good. So my number 3 is. Can
you tell the people what you replaced it with, though, or what you had originally, or do you want to?
You know what I did have. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, so I originally picked Red Hot Chili Peppers "By the Way," which is a banger.
It is a banger.
And then I decided to take that out and replace it with "1 Week" by the Barenaked Ladies.
I mean, I think that 1 week. I think that Red Hot Chili Peppers should have been the choice, honestly.
Really?
I really love By the Way. You have no idea how many times I heard this in my car. By the way, in my car, singing the absolute shit out of this fucking song, man.
Yeah, me too. It was like banging when it dropped.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the reason. Not that this song's not.
Yeah, no, I got you. Like, 1 Week is still great. I love this song too, and we'll get into. And we'll definitely get into that. But tell me about why you chose 1 Week for like your top 5. No, not like over the above, like just why it's in the top 5. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't actually realize that this was an album opener. And again, this is probably something that I maybe need to check out this album. Maybe it's a mental note to myself, because this, again, with the steeping in nostalgia, to try not to sound like a broken record, but I just remember this song coming out and just loving it at the time. Like, it's such a like different.
I don't think I've heard this album though. I've heard this song.
I've not. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've not. That's what I mean. I've not heard the actual album, so maybe I need to give that a listen because of how much I love this opening song. Maybe it's just worth a
Was
go
this one on
through, but-
repeat for you this week?
Yeah, this is one that's I listen to this song quite a lot, I'd say.
Yeah,
Just
I got
because
you.
it's so happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love there's two main parts of the lyrics that I love, because again, it's just such
The
a
Chinese
random
chicken
mishmash.
part?
Clearly that one. Yeah. No, one of my other ones is early on though, where he says, hold on. Just some of these lyrics are just
I know, it's so, and he has like a lot of fast parts in it.
Yeah, those are what I like. So yeah, when he says,
are you going to try and do it
to the speed?
Are you going to try and do it to the speed?
Summon fish to the dish, although I like the Shelly Swiss, I like the sushi because it's never touched a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Big like Leanne rhymes because I'm all about value. That one is
nice.
one of my favourite parts.
I love it.
But and everybody loves the chicken to China, the Chinese chicken.
Chinese chicken, that's right, man.
Yeah.
How can you not love that part? It's an absolute banger.
You have a drumstick when your brain stops ticking. Watching X-Files with no lights on always has made me laugh.
That's so good, because I used to watch X-Files without the lights on too. Dude, that's why. That's funny. I actually love the X-Files. And X-Files was such a good show, man. That was one of the only shows that was kind of like sci-fi-ish, kind of horror adjacent kind of deal, because it dealt with like more of like suspense and kind of deal, but it still dealt with like otherworldly stuff, horrors kind of deal. So that's why I kind of really loved, the X-Files. Like I said, it was horror adjacent. Anything horror adjacent, I love for some reason. It's weird. I don't like watch horror itself, like killing stuff, but when it comes like the horror adjacent, like alien stuff or whatever, if it's sci-fi adjacent kind of to that, I love it. It's just amazing. It's so weird, man.
Yeah,
but I do love this song. I think that I personally would have picked the Red Hot Chili Peppers over this one, but this one, but this one still deserves a spot. This one still definitely needs it. I think I might go back and listen to this album too. It is a happy song, but but there I am, singing with the lights on, heavy glow, and by the way.
Yeah, but the thing, right, so as a tiny little side piece, the reason that if you want to kind of look at these two songs objectively, they're both random words thrown together, and they're very similar, I think. But this one for me, while I do remember, by the way, yes, it was a banger, and I remember that coming out probably around about the same time, actually. But this for me is just a more happy, funnier song. Whereas by the way, I tried to say "I Told You So." It's a bit heavy, and it's just this one just outweighed slightly.
It was funny because there were some songs that I have been listening to more often since I gave you my list. There have been songs that would come on and be like, man, I really should have given this song like a top 5 or an honorable. And I feel so bad for some of the songs that I couldn't put in here as well.
We'll have to do a part 2.
We'll have to do a part 2, and Spirit Box will definitely be a part of that, because Sun Killer was such a good opener. Spoilers for that one. That was such a good song. I think that one kind of deserved to at least be an honorable. But I think that if we do a part 2, that one's definitely going to be in my top 5, because that's such a great fucking opener. But enough of not talking about our top 5s. Like we talk about this shit forever.
True.
But that's all I got for that one, man. We'll go ahead and move on to mine, if that's cool with you.
Yeah, of course.
So my number 2 is Nice to Know You by Incubus. This was off their Morning View album. Chef's kiss for this one, man. What a fucking way to open up one of the greatest rock albums of all time. I don't even have to put this song on to know this whole album. I know every lyric to this album. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to it front to back. I have fell asleep to this album when I was a kid, man. When I was a teenager, I would put my headphones on and my CD Walkman underneath my pillow and fall asleep to it.
A millennial's dream.
A millennial's dream, baby. And it's kind of funny, too, because what I used to do is, because I used to hate having these in my ear, like the wired ones in my ear when I was going to sleep, because they were like hard plastic. They didn't have like, these like plastic tips here or anything. It wasn't like, and they weren't spongy. They were hard and rough. And so what I used to do is I used to put the CD on. I would take the headphones and I would put them underneath the cover of my pillow.
Okay.
And then I would hear it through muffled a little bit, but I would turn it all the way up so I could still hear the sound, and I would fall asleep that way. And that's how I would do that. That was a little bit of a hack when I was a teen. It's like, because I used to hate waking up with like my ears would just hurt from having the headphones in all night and having all that pressure on your ear. So I just put them in my pillow, listen to this album. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to this album in my lifetime, man. Countless. There's not a high enough number that you can tell me of how many times I've listened to this album. It's just, but I love Incubus too because they're just so good. They're one of the best bands of all time, and to me, I think that this is their best album. To me, other people will, say like other albums, but this one,
I think that's a sensible statement.
I think that subjectively, this is the best album to me. Objectively, maybe. Like some people would probably disagree with me about that. But to me, as an opener, it was nice to know you, man. Like this is, the way it starts is just so melodic. And then
it's the whole way.
And then it gets fucking hard at the end too. And I absolutely love this. Like I'm gonna pull up the lyrics because there are some lyrics, but go ahead and talk to me about what you thought about the song, Huxley, while I do this.
You will hopefully be happy to also hear that this is not just, I didn't just pick the singles of this album. I also quite like this album all the way through. It doesn't sound like I've listened to it as many times as you have. But I've listened to it enough to know that every song on there is a banger, and it probably is, like you've said, it's definitely like a 10 out of 10 album, and I think a lot of people would rank it there as well. But this band blend together so flawlessly, and all musically, but also with the lyrics, just as one. It's seamless, isn't it? Just each piece of like instrument and sound and everything that just goes together does it so well. And this is a fantastic opener. I love this pick. I'll let you share some lyrics before I do because it's your pick and I don't want to steal. So I just love the wordplay that he uses in this song. He is so good at it's like he's writing poetry basically in here. And I love this, like, deeper than the deepest castute at whatever go, and higher than the heights of what we often think we know. Blessed is she who clearly sees the wood for the trees, to obtain a bird's eyes, to turn a blizzard to a breeze. I fucking absolutely just love it's so good, man. Pure poetry. I love and then like the way he says where he goes, he says, better than witnessing newborn nebulas in bloom. Bro, absolutely love that. I gotta fix my camera. God damn it. It is, and it's just because I love that's kind of what drew me into the song was that lyric was better than witnessing newborn nebulas in bloom. And to me, being an astrophysics nerd and a space nerd, just an absolute science nerd, hearing that, it's like, what could be way more beautiful than that, man? Like there is nothing more beautiful than watching a nebula form, but he's saying that there is, and it's like maybe it's someone you love, maybe it's something that is, and that's why there have been some moments in my life where I would tell someone that I loved to be like, you could give me 10,000 suns and they would never burn as bright as you. That's kind of like what it would be like. And that's what I feel like this is. And this guy is just absolutely has an amazing talent of writing. And this is going to have to be another episode we're going to have to do because I don't think we've done an Incubus episode. But I know that they've been mentioned. They've been mentioned. We picked songs, but it's quite sad.
They actually have some good songs, but this one is more of a melancholy song This is
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like a bittersweet because he's like,
Mm,
it's nice to know you goodbye. Like he's saying goodbye to someone that it was
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice to know you. I loved you and all this stuff, but it's time to
But
say
it's
goodbye.
over.
You have to time to let go. So,
Yeah.
but really a great opener. What lyrics did you want to talk about?
So literally, like the opening one where he says, "Better than watching Geller bending
Winning
silver
silver
spoons."
spoons, yeah.
Like seriously, when I actually read that this week, I'd completely forgotten that Yuri Geller was ever a thing. Like the guy who bends spoons. That was just so funny to think about that he got famous for just doing that. But yeah,
I think
but
it's
yeah,
funny because anytime that I see like someone mentioning bending spoons, I always think of that scene in The Matrix where he's bending the
oh, yeah.
spoon. That's what I think of every time that I see that. So,
Yeah, classic. But yeah,
but
the part
great
after where he
song.
says the part after the nebulas, where again just for
Yeah,
the poetry, where he says, "He who sees from up high smiles and surely sings. Perspective pries your once weighty eyes, and it gives you wings." Like
okay, it's fucking beautiful.
how do you write that? How do you even think to write
especially
that, man?
the way he says it too, because
Yeah, yeah.
the words have a heavy cost when you're writing a song like
Hmm.
this and you're trying to make poetry, and
Yeah,
the
yeah.
words that you use matter
Mm,
so much, and the way that he said perspective pries, like
hmm.
it's prying at you, and then
Yeah,
your
yeah.
once weighty eyes, like your eyes are hard to lift, and it
Yeah, yeah.
gives you wings. I think that is happening here is that maybe someone is passing away and is giving them wings, like their weighty eyes, their eyes are heavy, they're
Oh,
passing
yeah.
away, they won't be able to open their eyes anymore,
Yeah,
but
because he said
perspective
about
is
she who sees
prize
from up high.
pie and smiles
Yeah,
and
yeah,
surely
yeah, yeah.
sings, like the angels are
Hmm.
singing now.
Yeah, yeah.
And like that's kind of what I think that this song is about. This song is
Mm,
about someone that passed away and
yeah,
that he cared about,
I think you're
and this
right.
song was,
Mm,
he loved, obviously loved this person a lot to write a song about them.
hmm.
And I absolutely love this song. I mean, I love this whole album. I
Yeah,
would, if we were going to do top five albums, this one would probably very, very close to number one for me.
yeah.
This would be like definitely in my top three, for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah,
This just has such nostalgia for me. I have so many memories for every single
classic.
song. It's a classic,
Yeah, yeah.
man.
One
But
thing that
that's all
I've
I
just
got for
thought
this
of
one, man. Yeah,
while you were just saying that, one final
yeah,
thought on it is that, like you said, in the second line, he says, "Better than witnessing newborn nebulas in bloom." Like clearly,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
an
yeah.
absolutely that is a gigantic thing to happen in space. But the pre line to that is about a man bending a spoon. Like
Yeah, right.
guy bending a spoon, massive space thing happening in life.
Yeah, like
That's just
it's
so funny.
such to like something so small to such like ginormous
Maybe
stuff.
it's just the comparison of a little guy just bending spoons on Earth to literally all of space. You know,
I hate that
maybe
my
it is a
camera's fucking
little
doing
bit
this
like
shit
that.
to me, man. Why are you doing this to me? Stop. I hate it.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah, maybe it's just a little bit of a comparison of like one tiny guy on Earth, massive thing happening out in space, and it's like,
But they're both beautiful. They're
yeah, yeah,
like I I like it,
it's just
man.
funny. Yeah, good pick,
So
this.
that's all I got for this one, man. We can talk more about it if we ever do an Incubus episode. I'll definitely be talking more about this album.
Okay,
Let's go
right
ahead and
then.
move on to your
On to
next
my
one.
number two.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited to talk about this one, man.
Are you really? Good.
Yeah, I am. I am excited
I,
to talk about this one.
I want that. So yeah, my number two is "Devour" by Shinedown. This is from
Let's
the Sound
go,
of Madness
baby.
album.
Yep,
I'm
let's go. Of
pretty
course it
sure.
is.
I'm pretty sure we have already talked about this when we did the Shinedown
But our
episode. We
YouTube
went through.
listeners have not probably heard
That
us
is
talk about
very
this.
true.
So we
Actually,
got a new audience now.
that is true. Yeah, we have. Hi YouTube again.
Hi,
So
YouTube. Yeah, hi, YouTube.
just keep saying hello. So yeah, the reason that I picked this is because I can remember getting the Sound of Madness physically
Yep,
buying the
yep, I
CD.
remember.
Oh, old man over here. Back in my day when we used
Right.
to buy physical CDs.
Oh my god.
And like I think I said this on the episode, it literally blew me away listening to this. And it is my favorite Shinedown album. The entire album, once again, Now, after you've said about Incubus being in your top 3, I do wonder if this album might be in like a top 5 of mine, perhaps, because I do really love this album. There's so
It
many
is a really good
songs
song and a really good album too.
Yeah,
This is a great way to open up an album to me.
the way that it kicks in when he starts saying, take it off. That, I can remember my eyes almost popping out of my head when I heard that for the first time. Because it kind of slowly builds up, doesn't it? And then it just bang out of nowhere. Gets Brent screaming that. Yeah, I absolutely love the way that kicks open. A couple of my favourite lyrics, and then you can jump in if you have any also, is...
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
So, yeah, I've never really recognised how much repetition there is in this, but there is quite a lot when it comes to...
It is, but...
certainly the chorus.
It's Brent Smith. I'll let it slide.
Okay, yeah, that's all right.
I'll let it slide.
Yeah, the bit that I really love is when he says smash it and crash it and thrash it and trash it.
Yeah, that's so good, man.
That is great, right?
That is great wordplay, honestly, whenever you have a lyric like that.
Bang, bang.
Or he goes steal it and shoot it and kill it and take another route. I fucking absolutely love that too, bro. That's such a good... I love how he's saying all these different things, but you're committing like different crimes and basically, you know, like where he's just giving me all these contradictions and stuff, and but the way that he does it is really good, man. To me, like this being a opener song, the lyrics that really get to me when it says devour, devour, suffocate your own empire, devour, devour, it's your final hour. Like this album is going to be the final hour for you kind of deal. That's kind of what I kind of got with it too. Yeah. And he says, stolen like a foreign soul, what a way to go, you know, does the devour in between there. I love this. This is such a good opener. And now that we're really looking into lyrics now and getting into them, and now that I've gotten you to read lyrics more now, you're understanding more of why these songs are being picked.
Yeah, definitely.
This song, I didn't really look too much into their lyrics whenever we were doing our Shinedown episode. I did for, you know, like the Crow and the Butterfly, stuff like that, which is I think it's off this album as well. I think, and because I think that was my number 1 song. I think it was. But this one is just. What an absolute breakdown, like towards the end, when it gets kind of quiet and you just hear the guitar and then the drums are kicking in every now and then and Brent's just screaming in the back.
Yeah.
Absolute banger, man. This was a great choice.
Awesome. I love this. Oh, good. Yeah, I kind of debated whether or not to put it in because we've gone so in depth. And for anyone on YouTube that's not aware, go check out the audio version of the podcast because
that's rough. That's a rough episode. That's a rough audio episode. Just saying, be prepared to like to scratch your ears out.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, but you know, if you're a big Shinedown,
what was that like? Our episode 5, 6. That was it was like it. I know it was after my breakup. I know it was around like I think it was around November we did this one.
Let me have a quick look, as soon as I've got a
list, I think it was like November or something, or because I remember you messaged me when they retweeted our podcast we sent out.
Of course,
because that was that day, 10th, November 10th. So it was like I knew it was around November time.
It's episode number 6.
So it was early. It was one of our.
Check that out.
Man, and we can't believe we're on episode 53. 53, bro. This is absolutely insane.
It still shocks me that we've stuck with it so long. I'm very proud of us for that.
For real, man. Like, I can't believe that we fucking did it. We're still doing it. We're doing the YouTube now.
I know,
and it's absolutely amazing. And great choice, man. Absolutely love this. Love Brent Smith. I could go on forever again and just have another, Brent Smith fangirl hour here.
I'd be down for that.
I'm same. I could do it all day. That's all I got for this one for now, man.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on to my number 1.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So, first off, before I preface this song, Shout out to my roommate Will. He is a fucking
Legend.
best, bro. Legend. Because I even says, man, I need an opening track to an album, any band, doesn't matter what it is. And he was like, do this Calling by All That Remains. Like, there's no other choice.
Like, that literally was the only
like, that was
one.
it. That was like the only one. And I listened to it. I was like, yes, this album is amazing. I forgot all about this album.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I went back and I listened to this whole album after hearing this song. And then this was the song that I listened to the most this week. Was this Calling by All That Remains. Yes.
Yeah.
I just love the way it just brutally starts the whole fucking album. Like you get the blast beats, you get the screaming. It's it's like the screaming. You're straight into it, man. And then there's a freaking guitar solo in the middle of it that's absolutely amazing that you just cannot deny. I don't even have to put the song on to hear it in my head. Like that's just how good this album and this song is. And this is another band I would absolutely love to do an episode on. I feel like because this is probably one of the only albums this one, and I think it was one of their Overcome album, I think it's called. I think it's called Overcome. I'm not sure. I'm going to check real quick, but tell me your thoughts while I look that up, man.
Yeah, so I think this is also an album that I've like heard in the past and then completely forgotten about as well, because I had the exact same thoughts.
It is an Overcome album. I was right.
Overcome, is it? Yeah. But I can remember these guys once played Download Festival, and it was one of those, it was like, I don't know, early afternoon, not thousands of people there, but there's still a good crowd that turned up to like watch them. And I was just
You want to know something really cool right now about this band?
Yes.
They literally just released an album on January 31st.
Wow, really? That is cool.
So literally a week ago, they have a new album out. I would
we're gonna have to listen to that.
We're going to have to listen to this and talk about it. Like this isn't because I just saw that. Because
shall we swap next week's episode?
I think we're going to have to swap next week's episode to this album review. I think that this is a must because because I think that this was their. I want to say that this was their first album, but I don't think it was though. Let me see. 2006 for this one, and if I go back to their albums and show all. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, it is not. Okay, so this is their third album. Their first two albums was Behind Silence and Solitude, then came out The Darkened Heart, then it was The Fall of Ideals, this one we're listening to right now. This is the one that I remember the most. I think that because it says I have, just on this album alone, I have 6 songs like just on this album. And I think my favorite song on this one, besides This Calling, is 6. I think 6 is the one that I remember the most.
Okay, yeah.
We're gonna switch next week to this album, man. I think because it literally just came out a week ago. And I haven't heard it yet. Let's go, baby. It's got 10 songs. Easy week, bro. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, not easy week, but just it's going to be a fun week, I think.
Yeah, an enjoyable week.
Week.
I mean, the album's called Anti-Fragile, and it's got a song on called Kerosene and a song called Cut Their Tongues Out. What the fuck?
My God. Poison It, Blood and Stone, No Tomorrow. We might have to check out that opening track, see how that is.
It's got it's already on 3.6 million listens.
That's crazy. What do you think about this Calling, though? Tell me about it. My camera keeps fading in and out. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry, YouTube. I am so sorry, YouTube. Tell me about it, man.
The Calling. So I was just saying, before we found out that groundbreaking news, that I recall seeing these guys at Download Festival one year.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like an early afternoon where there'd not really been a massive crowd. There was still a good number of people there. And they came to the stage. They literally left everything on that stage. They give it so hard, and I was quite literally blown away by them. I was really, really impressed by them, and I'm pretty sure that when I came back home again to check out and listen to them, this was the album that I went to. So I did recognize this calling, and because I can remember it being like, wow, what the fuck? Like, it just comes from absolute nowhere. Like, it starts, and like you said, like the blast beats are there, the fast guitar's there, and then he's coming.
It's all here,
and it's just so intense. And even like, I've not really read the lyrics previously, but seeing some of the stuff that he's like singing about, like one bit that I spotted earlier when he says, "I'll note the past, spare the pain, spare the pain."
Yep.
Words match my deeds with brutal honesty. Never forget these choices were made by me. It's like, what is this calling some sort of realization that he's had?
I think that this one is
how this reads.
So for me, I think that this song is kind of a redemption kind of deal. Like he's talking about, spare the pain, spare me from all of this, and I like so I'm going to read some lyrics to where I can kind of make my point.
Yeah.
He says, and I hear this calling, it's going to be at the chorus. Still, you don't seem so far at all. And I hear this calling, still you don't seem as far. But when it goes into, I think it's the bridge kind of part, not falling victim to the fire that burns inside of me, kind of like talking about like something that's bothering him in a way.
Yeah.
Though I am fearful, I will not prevent this tragedy. Like he's going to let it happen.
Mm-hmm.
My strength's been tested. I wear the scars that prove. Still, I believe that this calling will see me through. Like he's finally found like a calling that's going to help him get through. To get him through. He's like, I'm going to let this tragedy happen so I can get this calling, and this calling will carry me through and help me through this time of perseverance. And I think that that's what this song is really, really about. And I absolutely, it's so funny. Like people, like I said before, people think that, like metal songs are all like fucking blast beats screaming about the devil, screaming about whatever, murder killing this, people. Murder that, killing people. And you got literally fucking poets writing amazing lyrics about redemption.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely amazing. The guitarist is amazing. The drummer's an absolute god. Like this guy is so good. Those blast beats were amazing. Bro, those 30-second notes are freaking amazing, bro. And when you pull out the 130-second notes, man, I'm fucking, or even 64, it's crazy how fast you can go. You gotta have some kind of like double pedal, or not double pedal, but you gotta have some kind of like, there's gotta be like a spring or something that's where you can hit those high notes, like the 64 and the 128s, because I've seen people do 128s and they have each pedal has two different ones. They have four pedals, and and the way you hit it is the way that they would play. But that's really only for like speed drumming and speed metal. But this guy, the way he hits his notes is talented, because you can hear. See, for me, I know this song very well enough to where I think it's 30-second notes. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it's 30-second notes. That might be 64. It might be a little off, but I know it's fast. But where I'm trying to get to is that his cymbal and the way he hits his toms and his other drums is such at a slower pace than his actual kick drums. Bro, absolute mad lad here, bro. This guy is amazing.
He's awesome.
But that's all I got for this one. My number one's a number one for a reason, man. These guys are amazing, and I can't wait to check out their new album next week, man.
And shout out to Will as well.
Shout out to fucking Will, man. Fucking amazing. What a guy.
Yeah, love that.
Let's get on to your number one, man.
Are you ready, Keith?
I already know what it is, so you can just tell our audience. How about that?
This is Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. But
of course it is.
This
Of course
is,
it
yeah,
is.
I know. I feel like there's not as much impact as I want there to be in this because you've pointed out and the realization that I have just picked old man songs and it's
I don't
kind
think
of
you put this
tainted.
song in the playlist.
No, I didn't. I'm just doing it now. But
Okay.
oh,
you're gonna ruin my 420.
I am. No, but I
But
can
it's funny. But if you do add a song, you'll give us 69 songs in the playlist. Nice. We were so close. It's at 68 songs in 4 hours and 20 minutes. So, like, either we're gonna have not the 420 or we're gonna have the 69. So
that is funny. Yeah, it's one or the other, isn't it? But yeah, so this song, literally for me, is I don't know. Like I say, I'm just completely torn now, like with emotion. You know, like the old head and heart scenario, because my heart tells me that this is the best opening track off any album in the history of music. But does my head tell me that, or is it just my heart because I'm passionate about Black Sabbath? If you get me, you know what I mean?
For me, it's because Ozzy is just so iconic in a way, especially when it comes to Black Sabbath, that I literally have to give him props for, because this song is kind of slow at first, and it's basically slow the whole way. To me, it's slow.
No, it is.
And it's like, it's weird to open up a song like this. And there's not even a lot of lyrics into it, but this kind of reminds me of like War Pigs in a way too, to where the song is so long that there's a lot of instruments that play. The band really gets to shine. It's not really Ozzy at this point. This is the band's that's shining. So I don't even really give credit to Ozzy for this. I give credit to the band for this one. The guitar solos, the tempo, the drums, everything's perfect. Just like in War Pigs, there was so much more going on in the background that it didn't even matter about the voice. It mattered about the band's timing. And I think that this, I think that this is a good song though, musically. Vocally, not so much. I know you're not really gonna like that for me, but the band really shines through for me for this one.
Yeah, they do.
Like vocals are still like a 7, right? But the band for me is a 10 out of 10. So it kind of averages out to about 8.5. So I still really do like it, you know.
I know. In terms of it being an actual song, it's more like a very long intro, isn't it? Really,
it does feel like that, honestly.
If you think of it that way.
No, that's the way I thought about it.
Yeah. So the reason that I picked it is not just because I love the fact that it's an album opener, even though that was the whole theme behind this week's episode, but it's more the added context that goes along with it as well. So this was Black Sabbath's first album. It was released on Friday the 13th of February in 1970. I love the fact that it was released on Friday the 13th. That kind of adds the whole mystique to it. And in my opinion, and I don't know, maybe critics have said this as well, but this literally is the start of heavy metal, as it were, like the whole genre, because nothing like this had ever been done before. These 4 guys from Birmingham were like,
let's
in the
chat.
Hey, Bish. Hey. Let's really make something that's never been done before, and let's pull it all from our roots of growing up without any money. A lot of people worked in factories. You know, like nobody had flash cars or nice clothes or anything like that. You know, it was just literally this album was made from the heart, and I just love like everything that it stands for that reason. And this just
very innovative for me, honestly.
Yeah. Well,
and I think that's like,
it literally changed and created metal music forever. Because I think so too. I genuinely believe if this album hadn't ever come out, then, you know, like what the state of metal music would be these days, because of how many people have been directly influenced from them. I don't know. I can't imagine it. If it would even exist, of course. Who knows? There is an argument there, I think.
I still think that the band shined way more than the vocals in this one.
Yeah.
You're right. I do feel like it was a long intro, basically, because there was like basically like 15 lines of little dialogue here, and then the rest of it was a 6 minute and 10-second song, and then that was it. That was just music, and I was like, okay. I mean, it's great music, but there could have been more to it. To me, I think, but for this band to start on this kind of song is kind of just wild in a way that this is how it started. But good for them. I mean, you see where they're at now, like and how they're doing.
That's obviously played into why I chose them this week as well, because of this huge announcement. I've been trying to, like, I sent you a list and said I've got like 21 songs written down.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that shit was hilarious.
I didn't have any idea how to even rank them into like a top 5. But yeah, this announcement, I've clearly been listening to them all week.
There's even a song on here that I thought you were going to have in your at least honorables, and it wasn't in your top 5 or honorables. And so since we're going to get
album,
off of like the playlist that you were adding songs to, there was a song on there that was on there. I was like, why is this song not here right now? Knowing Huxley, why is this song not here to where he can talk about his favorite band in the world? Like, yeah. Where's your Sleep Token song, buddy? I heard it, and I know it wasn't me. But since we're going to get into honorables now, I'm going to start with mine, and then we'll get into more of why you didn't have Sleep Token.
Oh, hold on. Do we need to do our platinum and solid choices?
We got to do our honorables, and then we do solid and platinum choices. We're going to do all of our songs.
Okay.
Just in case, like one of our honorables is the plat. Yeah.
Noob. Sorry.
No,
we had a week off from the natural format, and I've lost everything.
So the first honorable for me is "First Day of My Life" by the Rasmus. I fucking love this album, bro. This album is so good. I love these guys. I remember shut up.
It's not. This is such a you song, rather.
It really is. So for me, like, I'm going to give you a little backstory of why I love this song so much. So let me go ahead and get this song on. Do you remember back in the day? Hey, Lady Crispy in the chat. What's good?
Whom? Lady Crispy.
Crispy's in the chat.
Crispy's in the chat. Hey.
Crispy's in the chat.
Crispy.
Yeah. How dare you not say hi to her?
I didn't even have the chat up this week. Sorry.
What a noob you are this week. This guy's a noob all week.
Hold on. In my defense, you always tell me off for typing and clicking, so I'm trying to limit my
That's true. That is true. All right.
Breakables this week. Anyway, tell me about this song.
All right. So, do you remember those old days of anime music videos where they would just be all out on YouTube when YouTube kind of first started?
Yes.
This song was in a Naruto AMV that I saw. It was this song.
So that makes more sense now.
So it was this song and In the Shadows, same album. And I heard this, and then I was like, okay, I have to get on LimeWire to get this freaking album. And I had to we're going back to LimeWire here. So, but I got this album, and I just couldn't get enough.
Yeah.
This is their Dead Letters album. This is their best album to me. This band has been around forever. I love this album. This is probably another one of my top 5 albums here. Maybe honorables. It might be in my honorables, but it definitely will get mentioned. I just fucking love these guys because I'm such an emo kid.
Yeah,
and this is a very me song.
It is a very you song, yeah.
Tell me what you think about it, maybe before I go any further.
Well, knowing how much you love it, I don't want to say too much.
I don't care. I did that same thing for Highway to Hell. So
it's the most polite way to put it. I remember the Rasmus coming out, and I remember, obviously, I'm the singles bloke. So I do remember In the Shadows being absolutely everywhere. And yeah, it was okay. But I never really got into them that much. And then I gave this a listen and didn't really like it either, to be perfectly honest.
That's fair.
I just didn't.
That is fair.
I'm just not getting the vibe with this.
That
I
is
don't know
super
if I get
fair.
the vibe of them. I never really enjoyed them. Not didn't get into them. I never really enjoyed them.
Oh, that breaks my heart. That breaks my heart so much.
I'm sorry.
No. Just finish the job.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine, man. No worries. It's one of my favorite albums. I do really love these guys. These guys kind of shaped me as a teenager, and this was one of the albums that did it. And this is the way that it started, because he's talking, and see, even Bishwasher likes the Rasmus. Thanks. Emo kids unite here. We're just saying. But I really love how this is the opener, because it's talking about this is the first day of the rest of my life. You know, like I'm going to start doing things my way. I'm going to start standing up for myself. I'm going to start doing all. It's a fresh start, and that's why I love this song, man. That's all I got for this one. Just a really good song.
Yeah,
to me.
If you enjoy it and you like what it stands for, then that's fine. No, I'm not here to judge. It would be boring if we both agreed, even though we do both agree quite a lot.
A little bit, yeah.
If we agreed on 100% on everything, that's just because we have a similar taste in music, though. But if we agreed on 100% of everything, then it would
just be boring.
Anyway, so
let's go and get your first one, man.
Let's see what you think of this. I am excited to hear your comments on this one, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
So my first honourable is John Mayer, Waiting on the World to Change. Possibly a surprise pick by me, maybe?
I kind of expected this one, honestly.
Really?
From you, when I heard this song...
Serious?
When I heard this song, I was like... Just listening to the lyrics, listening to kind of the style of the song... I kind of figured that this is something that you really like, because you talked about liking this kind of style of music.
Yeah,
so it's like an acoustic song, and it's a very positive song, talking about waiting for the world to change and all this stuff. It wasn't a surprise in the way that you thought it was a surprise to me. Okay. I'm surprised that it made it into your honorables and top 5. Right. That's where the surprise came in. When I saw it, I was like, oh, he actually did pick this one. And I was like, okay, I expected you to have the John Mayer, kind of vibe, but I didn't expect it to be in your honorables or anything. I love the song, man. I love John Mayer. I think he's one of the best guitarists that have ever lived, and he's so good at he's a great lyricist too. And this is one of his most positive songs that has ever come out.
Oh yeah.
And I absolutely love it. Why is it here on the list, man?
So like this entire album is one that I have listened to a lot all the way through, and it really, really impressed me from all angles. Really, from just listening to it as just a listener, then reading along the lyrics as well and seeing what he's actually talking about, which I did do for this album, which may surprise you as it was back in the day. I did read along the lyrics, and just to appreciate him as a guitarist. So I'd listened to the album, and I'll go through some of the lyrics in a bit. But I don't know if it's on YouTube or where I saw it. I think it might be. But there's like a live concert of him playing quite a lot of these songs, and just watching him play that live was, when you are just kind of focused completely, like. I was just tunnel visioned and was like blown away with just how natural he is, like playing guitar, and how good he is at singing. And
reminds me of like a little bit of like Jack Johnson, of how natural it is for him to play it that way. That's where I kind of get it from.
Yeah. And it just, I think it's called Leave the Light On. So if anybody's wanting to check it out or whatever, I think it's on YouTube, but it's a really, really good watch if you are a fan of him, of course. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me,
I can get down with some acoustic, bro. You know me.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. It's just because it's a bit of a change from the norm. And it's just, like I've said, the way that he's written these songs are just really catchy and relatable. But some of the lyrics in this that I really like is when he says, let me just get the right one.
And it's funny that you say that. So one of my cousin's ex-husband, he would play this song all the time on his guitar.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and he knew how to play this song, and this was like a kind of like a family tradition kind of deal when he was like a part of the family. Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever. Anytime that we go visit or whatever, I would want him to play this because I was like, bro, how do you do this? How do you play? And you look at him when he tries to play the song, he's got some hard chords in here that he makes look so easy to play. It's like, this is not an easy chord to play, like at all.
So I like it when he says, I mean, obviously, as you've said, the song's waiting on the world to change. So there's a lot of things that's going on, and he wants change is basically the premise of the song.
Yeah.
But when he says, there's two parts that I really like of the lyrics. One of them is when he says, if we had the power to bring our neighbours home from war, they would have never missed a Christmas and no more ribbons on their door. That's just kind of like such a sad lyric, but it's a real lyric. And then the other part as well is when he sings, and I've always just liked this because I just like how he's worded it. But when he says, "One day our generation is going to rule the population," I just find that really, like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of thought provoking, maybe.
Come on, man. Come on.
Ready? We're ready. We're there.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, those two. But yeah, one day our generation is going to rule the population, and it is. But I just like the way that's
the artist is John Mayer. She was asking for the artist for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's John Mayer.
John Mayer. But yeah, it's just a kind of chilled. But the whole album is awesome, and that's why I added it on as an honourable, because while we are just picking opening tracks, the entire album also slaps, and there's some really good funky songs on there. So
yeah,
that was my first honourable.
All right. So my second honourable, I want to hear your thoughts about this one and what you think about it. My next one is I Feel So by Boxcar Racer. This is I fucking love this album as well. This was a side project from Blink-182. This was it was their drummer and their lead singer, Tom DeLonge.
Tom DeLonge,
yeah, Tom DeLonge and Travis Barker. And it was another guy. They did this side project. This is their only album they ever had. This is their opening track. This. I want to sing this song for karaoke, bro. I absolutely love the way that song starts. Starts with like the little bit of the piano in there, and then you get the drum and guitar to come in, and the song to me, it's just he feels like everything's going wrong in his life, and he's like, I wish I could do this. I wish I could, make a cure for how people are. I wish I could, be stronger. I wish I could feel no pain. I wish I was you, not I. I wish I didn't have to feel this way. And I love this song. And the song is just so energetic too. And then when it gets into, I think it's the, let's see, this one. So there's a part in the break where after he says, let's start over. He goes into like the little musical break, and the drums come back so fast, and then he comes back in and it stops, and then it comes back in with the words. I absolutely love the stop times in this one. Me as a person and being an emotional person that I am, and how music makes me feel, I feel so great about this song. Pun intended. I feel so great about this song. And it says, for you and me, because I feel so mad, I feel so angry, I feel so callous, so lost, confused again. And I feel so cheap, so used, unfaithful, let's start over. Like, let's just start things over. Like, I fucked up, right? I want to start over. And this song is about another song about redemption and getting over, some of the things that you wish you could in your life. And you're it's like, man, I feel so mad about this. Like, I'm angry, I'm confused about this, all about one situation in your life. and you're like, you know, and it's like, I feel so cheap. You feel so used, unfaithful. You know, I feel all of these like massive emotions, and I love these guys, man. I still love Blink 182. That's another episode we got to do one day, is have Blink 182. But this one is absolutely amazing. It makes me feel so much. What do you think about the song, man?
I love the play on words that you use in there. It makes me feel so.
It just makes me feel so great, man.
When I heard this, actually, I think I remember this. Was this a single? That would explain why I'd know it.
No, this was the first song off the album.
Yeah, not a single.
But yes, this was the single off the album.
Right. Okay,
yes.
That explains why I remember it then. Because I am familiar with Boxcar Racer as like this side project, but never really listened to them aside from probably
this album is really good.
I would have said, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like you said, as sad as it is, reading through the lyrics, I really like that. The way that, you know, like he says, like, so lost and confused again, and he feels so cheap, and you just really have to like feel for this guy who's just going through the absolute worst.
He's going through it, man.
Yeah, literally the absolute worst, the lowest of the lows.
And the music kind of sets that tone for the song too.
Yeah, it does.
And I really like that.
It feels angry when Travis Barker's going all out.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, but then with the immediate stops, it's almost like him falling to the floor.
He can finally breathe, and he's like, he can breathe, and you start over again, you know.
Lets out the emotions, and then it comes back in again. Right,
So this is going to be one of the songs. So this song for me is going to be one of my next songs that I'm going to do karaoke for, is this song. I'm going to sing this song because I know every beat of this song, and I absolutely love their style, and just that's all I got, man. I could talk forever about this whole album. There's a song on it called "There Is." If y'all really like this music, this song, go listen to "There Is." There's only one album with these guys, so go listen to it, man. It's great. It's great.
It's only the one.
That's all I got, man. That's all I got.
No future rumors for another one? Or?
Nope, this one came out. Let me see when this album came out. 2002, so I don't think so.
Oh my god.
This album is 23 years old, bro.
Don't do that.
How does that make you feel, buddy? How you feeling over there? Is your back hurt yet? Your back hurt? Where are my Laura tabs?
So my next honourable, which I'm not going to go into too much detail for, and I'm trying to keep it light because it is just an honourable, but it is KoRn with Here to Stay. What a banger.
What a choice, man. What a choice.
Literally.
Like this, you could have, there are other KoRn openers that I could have picked, that I kind of, because I heard some of the other ones that you put on there. I was like, man, I really want to use this, but I don't want to take this from him because he added this song to the playlist. That's how I kind of felt about some of your picks. And I was like, I don't want to do this to him, you know, because, man, why didn't I think about this? Or why didn't I think about adding KoRn to this?
Yeah, like Blind, that was another.
Blind. That was the one I wanted to add, was Blind. And I was like, no, how dare he fucking do this to me? I'm very happy that you got KoRn in here, man. I'm going to keep it short and sweet too for this one, because I really want to do an episode about these guys as well. So this will probably be, this album was really good, honestly. And this was probably one of my favorite albums. I think it was off the Take a Look in the Mirror, right? Was that this one?
Which song is it?
Here to Stay. No, it's not.
No, it's Untouchables. Sorry.
Untouchables, that's the one, 2002. This album is also 23 years old.
Oh my god, stop.
Not quite. It's still 22 years old. It doesn't turn 23 until June 11th.
Oh, okay. We've got a little.
You still got some time. It is still over 20 years. But yes, this was a great choice, man. Very well done.
Song. It's probably one of my favorite KoRn songs. It's just so heavy and that disgusting bass in the opening.
I
It's great.
I love the like tone of the whole album, honestly.
Yeah.
The tone of the album is amazing. The artwork is so creepy, man.
Yeah,
like the pictures of all the kids, the uncanny face with the kids.
You.
Oh, you gotta hold on. You gotta put a picture right here of the kids, right here, right there. It's so creepy, man. Like, oh, like, I can't keep looking at it, man. I'm sorry.
Do you know what? I'm gonna do a slow zoom for it to end.
Oh my god, don't do that, please. Because I watch these.
Yes, good. At least we get some views. Hey.
Oh my god. Hey. Self-deprecation's great.
Anyway, that's all I've got for that one.
All right, man. So we're gonna go move on to my next one. Also, kind of the same deal for this one. Blood Meat by Protest the Hero. Honestly, it's just reminds me of like almost all of their other songs. Just fast paced, good guitar, fast drums, screaming, singing.
Yes.
Like, what's more to love about these guys? Like, this song literally started out with fucking chugging, and I loved it, bro. There was chugging, there was pinch harmonics in here, drums. What's not to like about Protest the Hero, bro? And shout out to my friend Sammy for this one from the Navy. She's the one that got me into them. She was wearing a Protest the Hero hoodie, and she had this album. She put it in her truck, and we were driving, and this song starts. And I'm like, whoa, I'm already fucking hooked. Let's fucking go. I love these guys. So shout out to Sammy. Love you still. She is still on my Facebook, and like I love her to death. I'm gonna have to tell her about that. I love these guys so much. I love this whole album. This is the Sequoia Throne album, I believe. I think, or it's the album with Sequoia Throne on it. Yeah, but it's the album with Sequoia Throne, which is another one of my favorite songs on this album. Just that's all I got, man. Just a really fucking great, hard deathcore song. Yeah, I love it.
Good pick. Yeah, I like this. I did actually put it on YouTube and watch the video to it.
Did you really?
Aged well.
No, it has not. It has not.
But the song's good.
The song is great. The song is fucking wonderful. I love it.
Yeah.
That's all I got for it, man.
Good pick.
Thank you.
So I had to get Ozzy in again. So I also won't spend too long on this one. But this one is "Gets Me Through" by Ozzy Osbourne.
This was a good song. I did like this one. I did like this one.
This is a really, really good one. One of my favorites. Like this album, which came out in 2001. Oh my god! My bad.
It hurts.
But obviously, if you think about it, 2001 was not like Ozzy's peak. The 80s were Ozzy's peak, weren't they, allegedly?
Yes.
But this, for me, is an awesome album start to end, and this is a really good opener because it has Zakk Wylde on guitar, and you can hear the pinch harmonics and the dirty,
Zakk Wylde on
riff.
Fucking guitar, chef's kiss, bro.
And it also had, what's his name? The guy from Metallica.
Oh my god, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know, I'm going blank. I'm not good with names, actually. You don't do this to me. I can't remember names.
What the hell is the bass player's name from Metallica? I'm having such
and you're going to have to shine it up on the screen right here.
I am.
You're going to have to put it on the screen and flash it on there.
What the hell is his
we're
name?
fucking dumb.
Oh my god, this is embarrassing for us.
It is embarrassing for us because we're supposed to know music.
I know.
We know music. That's the thing. I know music. I don't care what your fucking name is. As long as you put out good music, that's like, my thing. I love your music, not your name.
Yeah, I literally can't remember, and I'm so disgusted at myself. This is the name that we're trying to think of. I'll put it on the screen. But anyway, is it Rob? No, I don't know. Anyway,
you're asking the wrong guy, bro.
I can't.
You're asking the wrong guy.
Second-hand embarrassment. Anyway, he's on bass, and Zakk Wylde's on guitar, and Ozzy sounds fantastic.
I do think that this is a really good song. I think
This
like
is one-
all the instruments are really good.
2001, I would have been 15. So just, like that sort of almost.
Let me see when this album came out. Like what
2001.
month?
Oh,
October.
okay.
So I was 14 when this album came out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
You old man.
But I just like that now I can say, like, approaching 40, I can remember when an Aussie album came out and I was 15 and I bought it. You know what I mean?
It kind of like reminds you of like your dad and shit like that.
Yeah. It is such a dad comment, but I love that. That is my thing. So, yeah. But seriously, like, the entire album really is good with Zach on it, absolutely smashing the fuck out of that guitar. So
I love it, man.
If anybody feels like listening to some, then yeah, let's give it a listen. Let's go.
All right, so we're going to move on from that one. Yep. So my next one that I'm going to talk about is my last honorable that I'm going to talk about. But this one, I might talk about this for like a minute because, I love these guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I love these guys, and, it's just not, there's never enough time to talk about Less Than Jake, baby.
Woohoo.
This song is the last one out of Liberty City. Burn It to the Ground. And it's just, I love it, man. What a way to open up a ska record, man. This was from their Hello Rockview album. One of my favorite. I know, right? You just you love it. This is another. This is another high school love of mine.
Yeah.
That I fell in love with. I think that this. I'm not sure when this particular album came out, but I think that it was around 2002 to 2004. I think. No? Was it later than that?
No.
Earlier than that, right?
Old man.
Old man, don't give me that. Don't do that to me. 1998! Oh!
Yeah.
No! Oh, no!
But not just 1998, the 1st of January 1998.
Well, they do that when they don't really know when the record came out. That Spotify does that a lot for a lot of records. They'll say January 1st. So like you can't really go off of, if it says January 1st, you kind of can't really do that because it won't really tell you like what it was. But this one was good, man. This album was good. I think it was. It was January 1st?
It was January 1st.
It was January 1st? Okay. All right. No, I'm saying like you looked it up?
Oh, no, I'm checking now. No, it was released on October 6th, 1998.
Okay. So I was,
you were right.
I was 10 years old when this album came out. I was 10. I was a wee lad, bro, when this album came out.
Oh,
but this was my high school here, though. This album was my high school. And I remember skateboarding to this album over and over and over. And I think Goodbye in Blue and White was the same way. That was another one of my favorite albums. This is where my love of ska comes from. Are these guys, Less Than Jake. I remember having the CD for this one. And I remember having the CD for Goodbye Blue and White, which was another one that I put another song from Less Than Jake on the playlist. If you didn't saw that, it says I Think I Love You. They did from I think it's from the Partridge Family or something. It was some kind of family song that sang that song, and they just redid a ska version. These are guys are from near me. They are from Megan's hometown of Gainesville, Florida, which I go to Gainesville almost all the time now. I love Gainesville. Gainesville is great, and they have a lot of great shows. They have a punk emo night once a month. There's a punk. There's like a bands that do like covers of punk and emo songs, and it's once a month. And I really want to go to one soon, whenever their next one is. It was supposed to be today, but I didn't feel like going out. I didn't feel like going out to Gainesville today. But next month, I really want to go and see, because they're playing March 14th. And I really want to go see them up in Gainesville, and see them play in their hometown. It's a hometown show. Good.
Please try so hard to get there.
Oh, I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to do my best.
I'm so jealous of you.
Because it's funny, because This Wild Life plays March 17th in Orlando. So it's like I have to choose, man. Like which one I want to go see.
No one needs money for anything anymore. No one needs money for anything.
I'm already broke, so you're just putting me in the negative at this point. I'm just going to go negative this year.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, sign up for Patreon. There you go.
Share this video so we can make some
share this video so we can get fucking money for
it.
But I really love that, like, all of Less Than Jake. I think this is another episode we could definitely do one day and just talk about them or talk about ska in general, but mainly just you can't mention ska without mentioning like Goldfinger or Less Than Jake. You can't. Or Real Big Fish. You just cannot. Those are staple names for ska music, for punk ska.
Now you've said the bands, I think we should do a ska episode.
I think we should too.
Yeah, rather than just one. I mean, Less Than Jake could always be another.
Oh yes,
in the year or something. But
Less Than Jake. So for me, not to cut you off or anything, but Less Than Jake to me has a special place in my heart always. And it's one of those bands that, even if it's not a band that I don't listen to all the time, or it's not a band that I haven't listened to in like 10, 12, 20 years.
Yeah.
I listen to the album, I listen to any other music, and I will never shut it off because I just enjoy it so much. They have such a special place to me. It's not really the nostalgia for me. It's really just, I just really enjoy their tone and their sound. I just love them. And you know what? I kind of decided I think I'm just going to go see Less Than Jake next month. I think I'm just going to go do it, man. I think I'm just going to go do it.
Do you know what? I was going to say, I wasn't going to influence who you were going to go see. But this Wildlife, there's going to be many other times that you'll be able to
that I can see
over
them.
The years.
But
Less Than Jake are probably going to be slowing down, I would have said.
Yeah, I think that I'm going to go see Less Than Jake because this is a hometown show for them.
And it's a hometown,
So I think that that one is going to overplay it.
Special.
So
yeah,
man. I think I'm just going to go see Less Than Jake.
All those comments you've just said about Less Than Jake, I feel the same way about Real Big Fish. And I always feel
that's cool.
Like when we were growing up. Like my mate Danny absolutely loves Less Than Jake, but I've just always gravitated towards Real Big Fish more for no real reason. Like this album, even just seeing the album art, totally reminds me.
It's so good, right?
It just reminds me.
He's like being dragged away from the pool and stuff. Like I just absolutely love it.
It just always makes me think of him because whenever I go around to his house when we were kids, it'd always be out somewhere and he'd always be listening to it.
So for me, I think I have a good, because you said you want to do a ska episode. I think that you should do a top 5 of Real Big Fish and I'll do a top 5 of Less Than Jake the same week. Or we could vice versa. Okay. Like you could do a top 5 Less Than Jake and I could do a top 5 Real Big Fish.
Interesting.
And just interesting. And see like how that kind of rings, you know? Like I think that would be a fun week. I think instead of doing ska, we could like switch bands or something and be like, I've always gravitated towards this, but so that's just put it on the back burner, you know, for now.
Yeah.
But I like that.
That's fine.
That's my last honorable, man. I absolutely love these guys. I know it says you got 1 or 2 more.
I'll just do the one more. Yeah,
just do the one more.
I mean,
okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
Picking out of these two, which do I go with? But the very
just go with your number 4, man. Just go with your number 4.
Yeah, I think I will do because the last one I added lately. Anyway, my number 4 is Alice in Chains. Them Bones.
Them Bones, baby.
My God,
what an opener!
Yeah, I was just going to say what a track, but yes, of course, what an opener as well, because that's what you said, the theme of the week. But these guys are so, I mean, R.I.P. to Lane, obviously.
Yeah, that was sad, man. That
absolutely unreal voice.
He was a voice of a generation.
Yeah, he really was.
And it's just,
I feel like that gets thrown around a little bit too lightly, but to this,
and yes, to me, I feel like that was a voice of a generation that was lost, and it was too soon, man. I will always. It's just something about this song. I didn't know that this was an opener. But this is a song.
Till I looked, I just thought, I'll just have a look at Alice in Chains.
I just have a look, yeah. But this song is another song that I want to sing for karaoke. Yes, this is another one. Yeah. I love this song, man. This was a great choice.
I just love it. Literally is just the chorus where he says, "I feel so alone, gonna end up a big old pile of them bones." Like, what more do you need for lyrics? Because that is so true. One,
it's so
he feels
good,
so alone,
man.
and two, we're all just gonna end up a big pile of bones. That's kind of morbid, but true. That's,
Yeah, and he says, like, dust rise right on over my time, empty fossil of the new scene. I feel so alone, gonna end up in a big pile of them bones. Them bones.
As well.
Oh my god, that chugging is so good. I love it, man. This was one of those. What was the name of this album? Was it just Alice in Chains?
Dirt.
It was Dirt. Okay, that's kind of funny. Them Bones was the first song off of Dirt. I love that. That's so good. 1992, man.
Yeah, that's kind of sickening.
This is kind of funny because I think so. The time that this came out, I was not even 5 years. Oh no, I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old when this album came out. Yeah. This album came out 32 years ago now. They're almost 33. It'll be 33 this year.
Yeah.
That's absolutely insane, man.
And it still holds up, the whole album.
And that's why you look at this album and you're like, no, there's no way that this album's 30-something years old. And you're like looking at it, it's like, no. And it's almost an hour-long album, too.
I know.
Which is crazy. You got 13 tracks.
Yeah.
My favorite song off this album, if we're not going to talk about opening, but real quick, my favorite song on here is Wood.
I love that song.
That's a closing track.
And
that's another episode we could do is best closing tracks. This would probably be in mine because I think that this would be like a great closing track. And this is I have 3 songs on this one liked. I got obviously Them Bones, Rooster, and Wood. Those are the 3 songs that I say complete this album to me. I know that people will probably give me shit for that, but I don't care, man. This is
no, I don't think they would.
I don't give a shit. Like, Wood has the most listens on here with 401 million listens. And the next one is Rooster with 262, and then Them Bones with 202 million. So, like, it's not even a contest that Wood is their best song on this album. But for openers, Them Bones, there's no other fucking way that you can fucking open up an album called Dirt and have it called Them Bones. Love that, man. So good.
I know. Yeah,
I think all of our choices were really good. I mean, we had some like there was probably a few that you and I were kind of iffy about, but I think overall we both had some fucking really good picks. And I'm sorry, Facebook, that I didn't. So I'm sorry, Facebook, I didn't open up a poll for this for y'all because usually I do that. I have been going through a lot of emotional stuff. I've had some family members pass away, some friends pass away this week. One of my old favorite teachers just passed away this week too. So I just been dealing with a lot of death. So I'm dedicating this episode to them. They were big parts of my life. And especially, my Uncle David, he died of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. So, and he was young. He was younger than my mom. So, it's just, and then my friend passed away. I go to his funeral tomorrow. So, rest in peace, Ken. I will always miss you, man. And Mr. Little, you were always one of my favorite teachers. I absolutely love the guy. He was one of the chillest teachers in the world. But
what was your brother's band called as well?
Skunk Ape. That was his.
Skunk Ape.
His name was Ken Skunk Ape Hill. That was like his nickname, and because he was the Skunk Ape, and it was. I get to see all my friends tomorrow. That we were all friends mutual friends together. Get to see his mom again. I get to see some of my friends again. So it's just.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's good, but it's on bad condition.
It's on a different condition, and we shouldn't have to do that when someone passes away to just it's just so funny how many lives he impacted with just a smile and a good attitude, and how much people just gravitated towards him. So, my condolences goes out to the family for sure.
Yeah,
and especially, and my condolence goes out to my own family. You know, I'm sorry, you know, to all my family members that are dealing with that. I don't want to name names. I want to kind of keep that private. But for the most part, you know, my condolences go out to every bit of the immediate family, especially my mom. She lost her brother. So, you know, that's got to be really... This is her first sibling she's ever lost. She said it was like one of the weirdest feelings. Like losing a parent, that's like a different kind of feeling. But losing a sibling... especially this kind of young, is so weird. It's such an odd feeling.
Please send on our love from me and all the listeners as well to you.
That's right. Yeah.
Well,
so we're gonna have to give our solid and platinum choices. So I think that I'm gonna give. So for your solid choice,
I've already got mine picked out for you.
Did you really? You already picked yours out. So. I am going to have, because I was going to give it to By the Way for your solid choice. I was going to, that's the one I was, so I had to kind of change it. It's fine. So I'm going to have to give it to Here to Stay, KoRn. I'm going to have to give that to one. That's definitely going to have to be your solid choice this week. Just a banger of an opening, man. Like, KoRn is just so iconic, and this song is obviously here to stay.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
That's all I got for that one, man. It was a solid choice.
My solid choice of yours is Concrete by This Wild
No
Life.
Fucking way. Get out of here.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it that much. Yeah.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I am so happy that I got you hooked on it, man.
It just surprised me, like I've said, how much I actually enjoyed it, because when it first came on, I was a bit like, oh, okay, I didn't expect this. And then, like, as it kind of went on and I listened to it again, I was like, yeah, okay, this is... You know,
that's one of the songs I'm learning on guitar right now, too, is that one. I'm trying to learn that one on guitar. That's hard. He's got some hard chords in there. Yeah, but I'm going to continue to practice with it and whatnot and try to get that down.
Yeah.
So your platinum choice, I mean, there's only one tried and true answer here, and that is Lamb of God. Walk with me in hell. That is definitely your platinum choice, man. Yes. There was no other answer here. None. There couldn't have been like Alice in Chains Them Bones was really close, but Lamb of God, Walk with Me in Hell is one of the hardest openings ever, man.
It is. Yeah.
Fucking amazing choice, bro. Wow, chef's kiss for this one.
Absolute chef's kiss. Yeah. Well, your platinum choice from me, also a chef's kiss, has to be This Calling by All That Remains.
Shout out to fucking Will. No, I'm giving that to fucking Will, bro. I'm giving him that platinum. He gets the platinum choices.
Platinum choice.
Will's platinum choice. There was
such a fantastic song, man. Thank you for letting me rediscover it as well.
Same. I'm thinking, thank Will. Don't thank me. Thank him, man. He ain't here right now, but thank him.
You can pass along.
I'll thank him for. I got you. I'll pass it along for you, buddy.
Definitely. What a banger it is.
It's so good. It's so refreshing to hear that again.
Will on the episode.
He's not really a camera guy. He's not. Yeah, so he's not really. It's not that he doesn't want to be on it. We
could do an episode with him where he just makes some pics, and you could just bring his pics.
I could definitely do that. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Maybe. Hopefully the ADHD doesn't take him too far away from his actual mission that he has to do.
Yeah, I have to catch him on a good day.
Man, that is today's episode, man.
I loved it. Yeah,
this was a great fucking episode, man.
This was so enjoyable.
I don't even know how. Don't tell me how long it is or how long it's been or anything.
I also don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but we've been fucking enjoying ourselves, and it feels like it's so short, but not long enough to talk about this. We definitely got to do a part 2.
Yeah, we will.
But man,
we'll do a part 2. We'll ask people in the Facebook group to vote on the poll. So come and jump in.
Yes, I'm so sorry for that. So next week we are going to be talking about the new album by All That Remains. We're going to be talking about that new album. So. in the Facebook group. If you're listening to this, I will be making a post and see what y'all think about the album. See if y'all want to listen to it with me. I'll drop my Spotify friend code or whatever. You can make blends with me, whatever. I love hearing different blends from people. It's absolutely amazing. But with that said, Huxley, man, gotta give us those socials, man. I know. Hold on, you know what? Deep breath before the socials. All right, let's get those socials, man.
You can drop us an email at wavesacrosspod@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter @wavesacrosspod. You can jump in our brand new shiny Facebook group that's Waves Across the Water. And yeah, like Keith said, he'll be posting polls and other kinds of episode info and stuff, so you can all get involved through there. We also have our Discord, which the links will be in the description too if you want to hop in here. So again, talk about different episode ideas and let us know your feedback from previous episodes. And yeah, if you can leave us a review on either Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your podcasts, that would be awesome. And finally, hopefully you're watching this on YouTube. Please drop a like, please subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and go watch our previous live reactions.
And also hold on.
Awesome.
If I point it down this way, can you put the reactions this way? Go watch the reactions. They're over this way.
Yeah. Go give them a watch because
we got one coming out today, so
we've got one coming out, and it will already have been out a week by the time this goes live as well, won't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would already have been live, and then we got one more coming.
All of them.
Just go check them all out. They're great.
Yeah. And
is that it?
Thanks for listening to us.
Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching us, listening to us. Like, it's so hard to do these socials now. It's just like, they're so new to us. Like, we get so many new things now going on. Yeah. But with that said, y'all guys have an ear-opening rest of the week. Go listen to music. And just remember, be good to each other. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Toodle pip, bruv.
I'm gonna smack your British face off.